As companies grow, they rarely stay with just one AWS account. Different teams need separation, different environments need isolation, costs need to be tracked clearly, and security needs clear boundaries. This is where AWS account management comes in. And in this episode, we're going to talk about how organizations manage multiple AWS accounts, how billing works across those accounts, and why this structure matters for security, cost, and control. Welcome to Learn Data Easy, the series where we break down cloud, data, and AI concepts without jargon and without stress. I'm Charlene. I work in data and AI, and my goal here is to help you understand how AWS works underneath in a way that feels practical and logical rather than overwhelming. In this episode, we're focusing on AWS Organizations and consolidated billing, two concepts that come up frequently in the Cloud Practitioner exam. Before we dive into service names, here's the most important idea. So AWS Organizations allow you to centrally manage multiple AWS accounts as a single organization. Everything else in this episode builds on that idea. Using multiple AWS accounts is considered a best practice. Companies commonly separate accounts for development and testing, production environments, different teams or departments, and/or security and compliance boundaries. This separation improves security, limits the impact of mistakes, and makes cost tracking clearer. AWS Organizations is the service that lets you create and manage multiple AWS accounts from one central place. It allows a company to group accounts together into a single organization, apply policies across accounts, and manage billing centrally. A simple way to remember this is that AWS Organizations is one place to manage many AWS accounts. Every AWS organization has a management account. This account is used to create and manage other AWS accounts, configure organization-wide settings, and manage billing and policies. For the exam, remember that the management account has special permissions and controls the organization. The other accounts in an organization are called member accounts. And member accounts, they run workloads, belong to the organization, and follow the rules and policies set at the organizational level. They remain separate AWS accounts, but are centrally managed. AWS Organizations allows you to group accounts using organizational units, or OUs. So these organizational units help structure accounts logically. For example, a company might have organizational units for development, production, or finance. Policies can be applied at the organizational unit level, making it easy to manage many accounts at once. A simple way to remember this is organizational units are folders for AWS accounts. One of the most important features of AWS Organizations is Service Control Policies, or SCPs. So these service control policies define what AWS services and actions are allowed across accounts or organizational units. They do not grant permissions. They set limits on what accounts can do. For the exam, remember this clearly. SCPs control the maximum permissions for accounts. Another key feature of AWS Organizations is consolidated billing. Now, with consolidated billing, all AWS accounts roll up into one bill. Costs are tracked per account, and usage is combined for volume discounts. This makes cost management much easier for organizations. Consolidated billing provides several benefits: simpler billing and payments, easier cost tracking across teams, and shared pricing benefits. For the exam, remember that consolidated billing helps manage costs across multiple accounts. AWS Organizations works closely with cost management tools like AWS Cost Explorer or cost allocation tags and AWS budgets. Together, these tools help organizations understand where money is being spent and control costs across all accounts. Multiple accounts and AWS organizations improve security by isolating environments. For example, production systems are separated from development, sensitive workloads can be isolated, and mistakes in one account don't affect the others. This structure is a core AWS best practice. In data and AI environments, different teams often need separate accounts for experimentation, training, and production systems. AWS Organizations allows teams to work independently while still maintaining governance, cost control, and security across the entire organization. Here are examples of scenarios the exam may test. So a company wants one bill for multiple AWS accounts. A company wants to restrict services across all accounts. Or a company wants to group accounts by environment. In all of these cases, AWS Organizations is the key service. Here's what you need to remember for the exam. AWS Organizations lets you centrally manage multiple AWS accounts. It includes a management account and member accounts. Organizational units help group accounts. Service control policies define the maximum permissions. Consolidated billing combines costs into one bill. If you understand these concepts, you'll be well prepared for AWS Organizations questions on the exam. In the next episode, we'll talk about AWS well-architected framework, how AWS defines best practices for building secure, reliable, and cost-effective systems. If this has helped you, subscribe and let's keep learning cloud the easy way. See you next time.